Hello everyone. Unlike humans, animals cannot perceive the danger of electricity. In this episode, we will explore 30 unexpected situations where animals accidentally encounter the immense power of electricity. These are unforgettable moments that teach us valuable lessons about safety and animal protection. Are you ready to explore the video? If you're ready, leave a comment with the number 1 below.
There went our power! Yeah, baby!
Protecting a bird perched on a 50 kV power pole, its eyes scanning the sky, when a powerful electrical arc rips through the air, causing it to be shocked and fall. High voltage is an invisible enemy to wildlife. Proper insulation solutions can prevent these accidents. A curious goat approaches an electric fence and immediately feels the power of 5,000 volts. Electric fences, ranging from 2,000 to 10,000 volts, are effective tools to protect livestock from wild animals like wolves and bears, making them essential for farm management and sustainable safety. However, this method is not entirely safe. If you know a safer method, leave comment number 5 with your suggestion. Protected animals like giraffes and white-tailed deer can be shocked if they accidentally come into contact with electric wires. While electric fence systems typically operate at low intensities, they can still cause severe shocks to smaller animals, even leading to death if they become trapped. Innovations such as smart current regulators and warning signs are necessary to minimize these risks. A chicken accidentally flies into a 13.8 kV transformer station. As soon as it touches the power lines, the electricity instantly causes it to fall. Transformer stations need protective measures, such as insulated mesh and insulated cables to ensure the safety of wildlife. Here are some unfortunate birds that landed on the 13.8 kV power lines in Texas, some of which were electrocuted because the power lines lacked insulation. In Silver Springs, Florida, wild monkeys climbed the 13.8 kV power poles without realizing the danger. When they come into contact with the wires, they experience a severe electric shock that can cause injuries or instant death. To minimize the risk, utility companies need to install insulating shields on the wires, wrap cables with insulating materials, and build climb barriers at least 5 feet high around power poles in wildlife areas. Fish are leaping wildly on the surface of the water, and do you know why this boat is using electric pulses of 300 to 500 volts with an intensity of 2 to 4 amps to temporarily paralyze the fish? This method is called electrofishing. In the U.S., electrofishing is prohibited for commercial and recreational purposes due to the risk of depleting native fish populations. States like Texas, Florida, and California impose fines ranging from $1,000 to $220,000, confiscate equipment, and ban fishing if violations occur in an effort to protect wildlife. A goat stuck on a power pole in Davie, Florida was safely rescued by a rescue team, highlighting the growing concern for wildlife protection. High voltage is very dangerous when animals climb power poles of 13.8 kV or higher. Electricity can arc through the air if they get too close to the wires, causing serious shock or even instant death. In the U.S., the minimum safe distance from 69 kV power lines and higher is 10 feet. To protect wildlife, utility companies install insulating shields, cover cables, and build barriers 5 to 6 feet high around power poles near wildlife areas. Always maintain a safe distance and report immediately if you see an animal trapped. The kangaroo is standing next to an electric fence, but you won't believe what the picture looks like after it was electrocuted. To reduce accidents caused by electric fences and power poles for animals, we need to implement specific solutions. Electric fences can be replaced with non-harmful systems such as physical or biological barriers, providing protection without causing harm to animals. Creating safe zones for animals where they can move freely without coming into contact with high-risk areas will help minimize damage. Raising community awareness about wildlife and environmental protection is crucial for implementing effective solutions. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to explore the next content in this video.
Is it plugged in? Okay, we'll plug it in. There we go. Might need to put it on. Oh, there we go.
In the quiet mornings of Florida farms, there is a looming threat as red foxes, with their sharp senses, slip past defensive fences and attack chickens, leaving behind feathers and tracks. This is not just simple theft, but an assault on agriculture, disrupting fragile ecosystems as livestock losses rise, making predator control increasingly urgent. Are you ready to embark on an adventure to explore the red fox? If so, leave a comment with the number 1. Laura, a woman in Boulder, Colorado, was walking in her garden when a fox suddenly lunged at her and attacked her. She panicked and tried to kick it away, but she was unable to escape the attack. Its sharp claws and teeth bit into her arms and legs, leaving her in pain and helpless. The situation ended only when her husband, Jake, discovered and chased the fox away. The wounds on Laura's arms and legs were bleeding profusely. Although she was frightened, she knew that the risk of rabies was very high. Without hesitation, Laura was rushed to the nearest hospital, where doctors immediately administered a rabies vaccine. This scene is a stark reminder of the importance of being vigilant and aware of the dangers posed by wild animals, especially in natural environments. In Texas, A nighttime attack killed 30 chickens. Farmers in Pennsylvania report losses of up to $12 million annually from fox attacks. The U.S. Department of Agriculture warns about an increase in predation during spring when female foxes continuously hunt to feed their young. Why does habitat loss and a decrease in wild prey lead foxes to approach farms where chicken coops are easy prey? Their keen senses detect vulnerabilities, and they strike swiftly at dawn and dusk. Farms will suffer damage if proper protective measures aren't in place. From reinforcing cages to motion sensor deterrence, farmers are fighting back, but is this enough? Understanding the behavior, habits, hunting seasons, and nocturnal routines of foxes is key to managing this predator sustainably. Hunting is an effective and sustainable method for controlling invasive fox populations compared to using traps or poison. It helps maintain the natural balance, minimizes side effects, and protects other species. We're not just safeguarding agriculture, but also preserving ecosystems, creating a harmonious environment for all creatures. From the fields in Texas to farms in northern Michigan and Florida, hunters have applied various techniques to minimize the damage caused by red foxes. These methods not only protect poultry and crops, but also teach us valuable lessons about respecting nature and maintaining the sustainability of ecosystems. Pest covers rural areas. Red foxes are most active. They attack poultry and destroy crops without being detected. This is particularly evident in areas like Florida and Texas. A 2021 study in Peay County, Florida, found that red foxes cause over $1 million in damages annually to the poultry industry. These foxes not only damage property, but also have a significant impact on food safety and the livelihoods of farmers. That's a big example, isn't it? Night hunting has become an effective method to combat this issue. Hunters use powerful spotlights and infrared devices to detect the glowing eyes of foxes in the dark. Each fox attack turns into a tense standoff, with hunters moving silently through the night, the beams of their flashlights leaving streaks on the ground. Thermal scopes help hunters detect movement in the darkness, creating a dramatic scene between humans and invasive animals. Do you agree with hunting foxes at night? If so, leave a comment with the number 5. According to reports from the U.S. Census Bureau and the U.S. Department of Agriculture, over 50% of red fox attacks on poultry occur at night, when they are most effective in their hunting. A 2022 study in Michigan also showed that the use of night vision equipment can reduce the number of invasive foxes by up to 35% in rural areas, helping protect farmers from significant losses. This proves that combining modern technology with traditional hunting techniques can be very effective in controlling fox populations. Although red foxes are most active at night, they continue to cause significant damage during the day, particularly in rural areas of West Texas and Arizona. According to a 2020 report from the Texas Department of Agriculture, red foxes cause up to $2 million in damage annually in rural areas, including attacks on poultry and crop destruction. Daytime hunting requires hunters to have extremely sharp observational skills, detect the traces left by the foxes, and understand their movement patterns. Every footprint, scratch on a tree, or slight movement in the open space can provide crucial clues. In a study in Wisconsin, hunters found that during the spring, when the weather is warmer, red foxes tend to hunt early in the morning and during dusk. Data showed that around 40% of the poultry attacks occur between 5 and 7 a.m. when the foxes are actively searching for food. Meanwhile, the use of hunting dogs has created a natural defense layer in areas like North Carolina and Wisconsin. The use of hunting dogs has helped reduce damage by up to 45%, as the dogs can detect and chase foxes away from high-risk areas. The hunting dogs are trained to smell and track the scent of foxes, assisting hunters in better protecting poultry. Research from the University of Wisconsin shows that when hunters work with dogs, the success rate of detecting and eliminating foxes reaches 70%, compared to just 45% when hunting alone. Another effective hunting method is the use of sound. This technique has been used for a long time in rural areas of states like North and South Carolina, where red foxes cause significant damage to poultry farms. Using decoys helps hunters lure the foxes into controlled areas where they can be eliminated without affecting non-target species. The decoys include rabbit distress calls placed in areas that foxes frequently pass through. Studies in Texas and Georgia in 2019 showed that using sound as a hunting method helped hunters eliminate red foxes 30% more effectively compared to other methods. This is because the foxes are lured into accessible areas, minimizing the risk to other wildlife species. Using decoys not only helps reduce damage to farmers, but also serves as a sustainable approach to controlling this invasive species. Hunting red foxes is not only a practical activity, but also carries a powerful educational message about protecting ecosystems and respecting natural laws. Techniques like night hunting, using hunting dogs, and employing decoys not only help protect agriculture, but also serve as a way for hunters to fulfill their responsibility in maintaining the natural balance. They are not just protectors of property, but also guardians of biodiversity and ecological stability in the region. We're done, my friend. The fox is down. I think it's over. What a perfect shot. The combination of modern technology and traditional hunting techniques shows that controlling the red fox population is not about reckless elimination, but a sustainable strategy to protect farmers' poultry and the environment. Understanding and respecting nature is key to ensuring that this battle benefits both humans and wildlife, creating a harmonious and sustainable ecosystem for the future. Do you have any better solutions in mind? Leave your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our latest videos. Thanks.
Hello everyone! Millions of invasive species have suddenly invaded urban centers, causing property damage estimated at up to 28 billion Canadian dollars. Hunters and farmers are using hundreds of traps to eliminate them. Is this method effective? Watch the video to find out. Farmers in Canada are hunting millions of wild pigs, wolves, and bears in British Columbia. Here, wolf attacks on bison populations have become a serious threat to the ecosystem. The main cause is the overpopulation of wolves due to stringent environmental protection measures. In 2020, wolf attacks caused approximately $10 million in damage and resulted in the loss of over 500 bison. Each hunting event often involves 5 to 10 wolves. With such a large number of attacks, the bison are unable to withstand the pressure. In Canada, trapping wolves is the primary method used. First, hunters select trap locations after studying and observing the terrain to identify wolf presence based on their tracks. Then, wolf traps are set using a technique called dirt hole trapping, where an artificial hole is created in the ground to lure wolves closer. The traps are buried under a thin layer of soil to conceal them and feature a metal stake to secure the trap, preventing the wolf from escaping once caught. Finally, hunters always adhere to local trapping regulations and must obtain a government permit to use traps effectively. Canadians have shared their experience using the Bridger wolf traps, which have received a quality rating of up to 85%. These traps are known for their strong springs and flexible handles, ensuring maximum effectiveness. While setting traps does not require extremely high levels of experience, it demands precision and an understanding of wolf behavior. If you haven't undergone training, setting traps alone can be very dangerous. Make sure to protect yourself by gaining experience first. Proper trapping has yielded positive results for Canadian communities, as they no longer need to worry about the impact of wolves on bison populations. After 5 years of stringent control measures, the number of wolves has significantly decreased. Invasive and damaging wolf numbers have reduced by 1/3, from about 1,500 wolves to 500 by 2019. However, a serious issue remains: the lack of responsibility among hunters in collecting and disposing of trapped wolves, which poses environmental and community concerns. According to reports from communities, there have been numerous cases where wolves trapped in traps were not collected and processed in a timely manner, leading to foul odors, environmental pollution, and community frustration. Under new regulations, hunters who violate these rules will face fines of up to $5 million per incident. This penalty aims to promote strict adherence to environmental protection regulations and ensure humane treatment of wildlife. In addition to the negative impacts of wild pigs and wolves, black bears also pose a significant threat to both the environment and human safety. Recently, black bears have stopped foraging around garbage dumps and have begun seeking food in commercial areas due to the diverse food sources available in shopping centers. The presence of black bears has disrupted business operations for several hours. Authorities took several hours to capture the black bear and set up the traps. Experts often choose a specially designed trapping system to ensure effectiveness and safety. Hunters dig a hole about 3 feet deep and wide enough to accommodate the trap. The trap is arranged so that a large tube allows the bear to reach in and retrieve the bait. At the same time, experts use equipment such as cameras to monitor the bear's activity, which allows them to adjust the trap's position and improve its effectiveness. Once set up, the trap is carefully covered and protected with a heavy container weighing about 30 pounds. This helps keep the trap safe and prevents damage from rain. More importantly, it also helps prevent other animals from becoming accidentally trapped. To prepare for trapping black bears using a wire trap, an effective bait is popcorn. The popcorn is prepared with honey and oil to create a unique scent and placed in a 5-gallon plastic bucket. The popcorn is arranged to attract bears easily. A special activation mechanism is installed, with gummy candy hanging below the bucket and a lever designed to hold the bucket on a nearby tree. When the bear tries to access the bait, the activation mechanism will engage, using springs to secure the trap in place. Bait traps not only help attract bears closer, but also ensure safety for hunters by avoiding direct contact with black bears. In Canada, black bear hunting permits have specific regulations compared to permits for wild boar or wolves. A permit may allow the trapping of up to 2 black bears per hunting season, with hunting typically taking place from May to June each year. According to an investigation by the Canadian Department of Natural Resources, some hunters have abused their hunting permits to engage in illegal activities. They have sold black bear hides to the market without authorization from local authorities. The consequences of this action have severely impacted the balance of the black bear population and pose a risk of depleting the species' resources. Thus, hunting requires strict control from local authorities in handling black bears. In Canada, invasive species have been tightly regulated through the use of traps, as outlined above. If you support using traps as a measure to deal with invasive species, please leave a comment below. Please share your thoughts on what measures Canadians could implement to keep the area safe. Thank you for watching and sharing this video so your family can benefit from the information. Be sure to continue watching our next video. Deforestation by humans has significantly impacted the natural habitats of animals. Due to habitat loss, wild boars are forced to forage in fields, directly affecting the income of local farmers. According to estimates from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, USDA, wild boar damage to the U.S. corn industry amounted to $867 million in 2019. This figure includes losses in crop yield, costs associated with wild boar control, and property damage caused by wild boars. Deforestation has exacerbated conflicts between humans and wild boars. With their natural habitats destroyed, wild boars have resorted to destroying corn crops, breaking stalks, and trampling on fields ready for harvest. Their intrusion not only damages crops, but also disrupts the work of farmers. The devastation happens rapidly as wild boars move in herds of 15 to 30, making any control efforts by farmers seem futile. As a result, the direct losses threaten the yield and income of corn growers. Despite strict measures by the U.S. government to control the wild boar population using firearms, the situation remains complex, with ongoing attacks. A notable incident involved a giant wild boar weighing approximately 250 pounds, unexpectedly charging at a group of hunters in the woods. It charged straight at the hunters, but fortunately, they managed to evade the attack just in time. In such situations, hunters must adhere to strict safety rules. Carrying a firearm provides protection, but focusing on shooting skills and accurately assessing the safe distance from wild boars, which is 25 yards, is crucial. It's also important to hunt in groups and be prepared to handle emergency situations. To handle unexpected situations with wild boars and hunting in the U.S., hunters must adhere to various licensing requirements. This often includes completing a wildlife management and safety training course to ensure compliance with hunting standards. The government prohibits hunting in residential areas and wildlife preserves, so hunters must travel to wilderness areas to ensure public safety. To ensure fair and humane hunting practices, hunters are prohibited from targeting pregnant wild boars or piglets. Hunters must meticulously prepare their equipment, such as the FX Crown Rifle and Element Optics scopes, to ensure high accuracy under varying weather conditions. They must also adjust for environmental factors and fine-tune height and angle settings to achieve maximum precision. Mental and physical preparation is crucial for hunters to maintain focus and stability during intense hunting sessions. Hunting in teams enhances safety in hazardous situations and allows hunters to learn from one another, develop hunting skills, and strengthen patience and teamwork. Typically, each wild boar hunt involves at least 5 to 7 support members to ensure effective and secure hunting operations. Hunters play a crucial role in protecting wildlife and maintaining ecological balance in their environments. They collect data and information about the number and distribution of species to support management and conservation efforts. Each hunting season, the government collects 5,000 wild boars, helping to reduce the national population by 30%. So, with these solutions having an impact on controlling invasive species, do you believe there's a better approach? If you have any suggestions or opinions, please share them in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel to support our upcoming videos. Finally, share this video with all your friends so they can watch and enjoy it too.